starting Shavasana. You can let the knees be bent and kind of fall towards each other, the feet a little wide. This can be one option, or if you want to start getting into the hips, you can do a Supta Baddha Konasana, letting your butterfly knees fall out. If you're ready for that. Opening those hips. And we take the next few minutes to settle into our practice. So get comfortable, find a space you can hang out in for a couple minutes. Tuck your chin down to the chest a little bit so you're nice and long in your back, through the back of your neck. Hands palm face open to receive, or left hand on heart, right hand on belly. And then begin your Ujjayi breathing. Deep inhales to the back of your throat. So inhaling through the nose, back of the throat, fill the lungs, go deep into the belly. And then your exhales start from the belly, working up to empty the lungs, and then in the back of the throat, try to make that ocean sound. And I offer something in this Path of Yoga Sutras book. It's more about yoga off the mat today. So I invite you to follow along and see whatever comes to the surface. Be different for everyone. It's called Kriya Yoga. Practice in action. Real inner transformation can occur when we deliberately investigate why we act or react the way we do. Understanding what our long-standing behavioral patterns are and what caused them in the first place provides the opening we need to change the ways we think and act. This practice of self-transformation could be the most difficult part of our yoga practice. Faith in ourselves and in the universe supporting our endeavors will allow the process to bear fruit. So just always remembering that life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. Letting our practice of yoga on the mat today help us when we work through this. Tuning in with our body, mind, and spirit. And then we'll invite movement into the body by reaching right with the knees. Side to side, releasing the low back. Just little movement. Staying tuned in and grounded down. And then we'll let the left leg go long, come into half happy baby on the right side. So grab the outside of the right foot, left hand on your left hip to keep it from lifting. And then we tune into this right side. What is it saying? How's this hip feel? Take your foot in little teeny baby circles. Breathe into the hip. Using your arm strength and trying to pull that knee down to the right side of your rib cage. Last exhale, give it a little tug, a little deeper into the stretch, and then release the heel to the ceiling. We'll get into the hamstring. Grab the back of your right leg, gently pulling it towards you. Your hands can be on the hamstring or the calf, wherever you can. Keep your spine on the mat, keep your tailbone on the mat, but gently pull the leg towards you. And then little teeny ankle circles with that right foot. Breathe into the ankle. They support us all day long. And then we'll release, drop the right foot to the mat, half happy baby with the left leg. Wiggle that knee to the outside of the left rib cage this time. Right hand on right hip to keep it from lifting. And then checking in with this side. Is there any differences? Maybe more open or more tight? Keep that ujjayi breathing. We tune into it at the beginning of practice and try and hold it, using it to guide us through poses. Take that left heel up this time. Grab the back of the left leg. Hamstring stretch, getting all the way up into that calf. So when you're tugging on the back of that leg, pulling it towards you. Also, you can flex the left toes down, getting more into the calf. And then if that feels good, go ahead and take ankle circles on our left side. All right, drop both heels to the earth, grab behind your thighs, and we're gonna rock and roll a few times up to a seated position. So give yourself a little spinal massage, couple rolls, and then we'll meet on our two sit bones, cross-legged position. So make sure you feel nice and grounded. So sometimes it might help to lift up some of the feet and try and get the bones down to the earth. And then from your sit bones, that grounding space, lifting up through the back of the spine, nice and tall. Then we'll get into the neck. So let the neck be heavy, letting that, or the head be heavy. Take it in nice circles, left and right. Going slow so you can really feel and tune into what angle feels the best. Not compromising the spine, so we're still nice and tall. Then we'll take our two hands behind us, grip your fingers. As you straighten into the elbows, feel the shoulders open, and then we're going to take our two hands over to the right. Your chin will lower, and then your chin goes over to the right as well. You should feel it on the outside of your left neck. If you're not feeling it, lift and lower your chin until you find the right angle. Keep pulling the hands over to the right hip. We'll drop everything through center over to the left. Hands go over to the left hip. Left chin goes over to the left shoulder. Raising and lowering it until you find a spot to breathe into. Keep that core engaged, feel the belly button coming back towards the spine. All right, nice job. We'll come through center. Roll over the knees, come to tabletop. However you want to get there. We'll find our stacked position, so wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And begin your cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up to the sky. Exhale, arch the spine, let the head hang heavy. You take these at your own pace. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Let the movement start at your low spine, working up towards the head. Exaggerate cat-cow by bending the elbows as you move through, maybe even closing the eyes. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as how it feels. And then take those hands in front of where they are right now and take hip circles. So a little wider stance, supporting yourself as you take the hips both directions. Be nice and wide on those hip circles. Let it go back to like a child's pose almost, finding length in the spine. When the hips go to the side, breathe into the hips. Coming forward, keep your core engaged. Shoulders remain out of the ears. Keep those shoulders nice and stable. And then we'll be back in our tabletop. Find that stacked position. Next, inhale for the needle. Let the right arm go up to the side, and then exhale, send right arm under the body over to the left. Reach with those right fingertips before you let the arm come down. Breathe into the upside of that right shoulder. The left hand can be placed wherever you find stability. I like to place left hand in front of my face, right where my gaze is. Press into the mat and roll a little deeper over the right shoulder. Feel the shoulder blades separating. You can take an inversion if you want to. Lift the left leg, the inside leg, balancing. Keep the core nice and tight. And slowly release back to tabletop. We're going to move right into a quad stretch. So take your left shin out 45 degrees. We come over onto the left. Reach up with your right hand to grab right foot. And on an inhale, only if you have that balance, kick into the foot. Feel the quad open. Feel the front of this right shoulder open. So keep kicking, gaze is on something, not moving. And return to tabletop. Nice job. Nice and neutral. And then inhale, left hand goes open to the left. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach, reach, reach with the fingertips before you let the hand come down. Then your shoulder finds the mat, opening the outside of the left shoulder. Feeling the shoulder blades open the other direction, finding space across the top of your back. Maybe taking that balancing pose if you want to lift right leg. Yogi's choice. Slowly return to thread the needle, tabletop, and then moving into that quad stretch on the other side. So left or right shin goes out 45 degrees. Move the weight over to the right. Yeah, lift up and grab that foot. And use an inhale to find this big stretch on the left side. Kick a little bit harder, use your drishti. And return to tabletop. Nice job. All right, send this right heel to the back of the room. Tuck the left toes on an exhale. Lift the hips, three-legged down dog. Bend that right knee, take hip circles here. So breathe into the hip, go both directions with the circles. Bend the right knee 90 degrees so the toes flex towards the front of your mat to protect the knee. Left heel trying to find the mat. And then lift the right foot over to the left to get deeper into this hip opener. Maybe your gaze goes under the left armpit and finds that foot. Keep your shoulders square to the back. And then exhale, low lunge. Drop your right foot in between the hands and lower your left knee. Yes. All right, for low lunge today, if there's a modification that you know you like to get into, feel free. The one I'm going to offer today is we keep our hands on the mat, tuck the left toes, and lift the left knee. So it's a little bit different variation of the low lunge. The goal is to open this hip flexor all the way into the groin and the psoas. So you should find a place where you feel that stretch and breathe into it, really relaxing into the stretch. We're opening the hips. All right, drop that knee if you lifted it, and then exhale, half split, send the hips back towards left heel, straighten into right leg. Take your right heel a little bit farther forward on the mat so you can be balanced while taking your right toes up and back towards your face. Big back of the leg stretch. I like to use my block here for balance to keep the chest lifted. All right, next time we come forward, it'll be an inhale, high lunge. So lift that back knee and sweep the hands forward, deep bend in the front knee. Yes, first time on class, settle into those legs. Hello, quads. All right, deeper bend in that front knee. Make sure you can see the big toe, track the knee out. If you're not feeling a stretch and high lunge, take this left knee higher into the quad. You'll feel it again. Exhale, return the hands to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Hold plank. Press down into the palms. We're gonna take right knee to right elbow. Tap, send the foot back. Left knee, left elbow. Tap, send the foot back. You have 10 total, 5 on each side. Modification to hold plank, that's enough work. Keep going, use your breath, use your core. Press into those hands. 2 more. And then drop the knees, tabletop position. We meet where we started. Find that stacked position. It just means our joints are stacked, shoulders over knees, hips or wrists, hips over knees. All right, inhale, left heel back to the back of the room, tuck the right toes. On an exhale, free-legged down dog, lift the hips. Send them back, settle that right heel down. Heel doesn't have to touch the mat, but it's reaching for it. Bend that left knee, take it in circles. Both directions. You want to be super stable through the shoulders, so try to keep them square to the mat, gaze is back. And then let that left foot bend over in the air, over to the right, over your right armpit. Try and find that left foot. Exhale, low lunge, let the foot come to the front of the mat, drop your right knee. Use your breath here, inhale, find some length, lift the chest off the knees, shoulders out of the ears. And then exhale, settle farther into the stretch. Opening up right hip flexor now. Take your variation of low lunge that you like. If you want to lift right knee off of mat, you'll balance on those right toes. Ground through left foot still, and your hands are supporting you. The higher you can pull that knee up into the right quad, the more stretch you get. All right, drop the knee, exhale, half split, straighten into your left leg, let the hips go back. Walk that left heel forward. We want to keep our hips stacked over right knee. Inhale, find some length in the spine. Exhale, fold over that left leg, let the forehead just reach down towards the shin. You can even release the head a little. All right, lift the chest. Our next inhale is high lunge. Plant the left foot, sweep the hands forward. Settle in. So we take a moment here to get this solid high lunge position for the first time. We're going to return to it. So deeper bend in that left knee, track the knee out. Pull that right knee a little bit higher into the quad. Nice job. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Option to take chaturanga here, or lower all to the weight to the belly. Inhale to your up dog or your cobra, and then exhale to down dog, or through tabletop to down dog. First down dog of class, take 5 breaths to walk the dog. Bending, and taking any movements that feel right for you. So you can bend the knees, straighten into one leg at a time. We've been here with the 3-legged down dog, but this is the first down dog. So we find the foundation. Spread those fingers wide. Turn your armpits to face each other a little bit. Low ribs pull up and in. Gaze back between the inner thighs or up between or by the belly button. Bend the knees, look at the space between your hands, walk step up to the foot of the mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shove the heart forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Come back up, straight spine. Exhale, release the breath, center down our side. All right, we're going to move right into the balancing pose. We're going to start with tree. So, and then we'll do a swing tree, and then we'll do figure 4 to toe stand. So, a lot of work on one side. So we'll ground into the left foot to start. Kickstand the right foot. Make sure these hips don't wobble around. Try and keep them square to the front of the room when you lift this right leg up, 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 higher up the inside of the left thigh. So reach down and grab that foot if you want. And place it on the inside of the left leg where it's not pushing that knee out. Protect the knee always. Once you have your tree stand, you want to take this right knee out to the right. Feel a stretch happening already. And then keep your hands start center when you have your balance. Don't look at me. Find a spot on the floor where nothing's moving. If you have this tree pose right here, you'll inhale, bring the hands overhead. Your fingertips can touch or leave the fingers reaching towards the ceiling. Swaying tree, your hands drop over to the same side of your knees, pointing, big side body stretch through the left rib cage. Reach up with the crown of your head so you're still tall, and then swing over a little bit more. Nice job. Okay, we'll come back to center. We're going to take right foot off the thighs, right ankle on top of left knee. Slowly you bend into the knees, dropping those hips back, trying to find that chair. Take your hand on the right knee and press it away a little bit. We're opening this glute on the right side. Slowly bending the knees and placing the hips back like you're trying to find that chair. And this could be your pose today. Or we come to a toe stand. So come all the way down onto your left ball of the foot. Using your prop to guide you. So this is where blocks are super helpful. Keep that chest lifted. Toe stand, the heel of the left foot will come up. Yeah, and that's an option. Otherwise, you're just staying in this figure four, breathing into that right glute. Nice job. Very slowly we come back up to standing. Slow and controlled, release the right foot down. Shake out that left ankle. This did a lot of work for us. Shake it out. Nice job. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So this time grounding into right foot. So especially tree pose when everyone's looking forward. I want you to find your dristi on the floor in front of you. Don't look at something that's moving. So ground into that right foot. Hips are square to the front of the room. Slowly lift that left foot up the inner thigh. It can be down on the calf, wherever you stop naturally. Maybe reach down the ground foot. Only when you have the stability through the right foot, you inhale, reach the hands up. We start with foundation, work our way up the body. When you're ready, swaying tree, let the hands go in the same direction of that left knee, opening your right rib cage. Keep reaching. The wind is blowing you over, but you don't break. Keep going. And then return to center. Nice job. Let that left ankle come to right kneecap. We're still grounding through right foot. Yes. Same thing. Send the hips back. Press your left hand into that left knee to gently open this glute a little bit more. It will help you if you come down to that toe stand. You need the glute nice and open. Or otherwise, you hold on to this standing figure four. You're getting all the same benefits. If you come down to that toe stand, let that right heel lift off the mat. Press your hand into the block to keep you lifted. Nice job. Yep, that's why the blocks are so nice. Little extendo arms. Beautiful, guys. Nice and slow. We come out of it. Back to standing. Shake out that right foot. Ankle does so much work for us. Release it. And then we'll meet in our mountain pose at the top of the mat. So, yay, lucky for us. We're going to ground down through both feet now. Hands shine forward, tall through the crown of your head. Next inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulder forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Take it through Chaturanga Vinyasa or skip it and meet in down dog. Always at your own pace for Vinyasas, using a powerful breath. All right, make sure those palms are nice and pressed into the mat. We're gonna inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, give it a tap. And then inhale long. Second exhale, knee to chest, pull it really high. And then inhale the leg long. Third exhale, left elbow, go across the body. Inhale the leg high. And then this time we exhale, plant the foot, come up warrior one. Back foot out at an angle, about heel to heel alignment. Sweep your hands forward. Deep bend in your front knee. Same thing as high lunge, we want to see that big toe. Exhale, grab the hands behind you. Open the chest, pull the shoulder blades back, and exhale, humble your warrior. Let the chest fall on the inside of the right thigh. Hands come up and over. Sometimes moving into warrior one, you might need to find a better foot stance. So make sure you're nice and stable through the feet. Release your head. Don't hold up the head. Nice. All right, inhale all the way to warrior two. So we cartwheel the left hand forward and then back. Back toes will open up a little more out at an angle. Deep bend in that front knee again. And then exhale, extended side angle. Left hand reaches up and over your one long line from left heel to left fingertips. Nice job. Keep these warrior two legs. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand down, right hand up. Opening that ribcage on the right side. Next move is half moon. Right hand goes back in front of right toes. Left heel lifts, right hand lifts. Maybe use that block under right hand. Keeping your chest parallel to the floor. Use the core. Grounding through right foot. Keep that left hand reaching up. We're gonna come to triangle pose. So the right hand stays on the floor kind of and just drags right into your toes. Back foot drops at heel to heel alignment. Left hand stays in the air, exactly where it was for half moon. Nice job. All right, we come through center. We're gonna take a wide-legged forward fold. So the chest comes to center, pigeon those toes. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Micro bend in the knees. Make sure you can not hyperextending. And then if you like that shoulder stretch that we got from warrior one, you can continue that in wide-legged forward fold by grabbing those hands overhead again. Trying to relax the top of your head to the floor in wide-legged forward fold. Bring your belly button up and into the core. We're very active in this pose. Maybe try to roll the weight onto the balls of your feet. It's a balancing act. All right, walk those hands to the front of the mat, framing right foot. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa or skip it, meeting down dog. So you can exhale to chaturanga or onto your belly. You can inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. I'm still not really doing back bends. I tried, it's not happening. All right, drop the knees, we're coming to puppy pose. So take the hips over the knees. Walk your hands forward like a child's pose, but the hips stay lifted. We're gonna open the front of the shoulders, let your forehead come back to the mat. And keep your belly button pulling up and into the core so we're not compromising the spine. But the goal is the front of the shoulders in puppy pose. So if you don't feel it, you might even want to come up onto those fingertips. Creating more space. Walk our hands over to the right, reach through the left fingertips, send the weight back into the left hip. Puppy pose with the hands over to the right, big side opener. Walk the hands through center over to the left. This time reach through right fingertips and then send that weight back into the right hip. All right, we're coming back to center, meeting back in down dog. That was your rest. We're gonna flow. So once you're in down dog, getting prepared for a strong stance on the left side. Inhale, left foot goes high to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, the leg high. Second exhale, knee to chest, bring it really tight to the core. Inhale, the foot high. Third exhale, knee goes across the body, right elbow, tap. Inhale, lift and length. Fourth exhale, plant the foot, warrior one. Back foot drops, toes are mostly facing forward. Sweep the hands forward. Deep bend in that front knee, we settle into warrior one. Exhale, drop the hands behind. Take your grip. It could be hands, it could be elbows. Open the top of that chest, and then exhale, humble the warrior. You fall to the inside of the left thigh. Let your head hang heavy. Pull your hands up and over. Don't let that left hip pop out to the left. Try to keep it in your warrior one legs. Ujjayi breathing. Release the hands, cartwheel warrior two. So the right hand goes forwards and backwards, left hand reaches forwards. Open up those hips with the warrior two stance. We want to see that big toe again, but open the hips. Exhale, extended side angle. Right hand reaches up and over your one long line from right heel to right fingertips. Keep these legs, inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand goes up and back. Right hand down, right leg wraps around the low back. And then half moon, transition all the way to your balancing pose. Try to keep that right hand lifted in the sky the entire time, knowing that we're coming to triangle next, but not yet. Keep grounding through left foot. And then slowly we drop right foot, bring those left fingertips into the left toe and land on the foot, the shin, wherever you got your triangle. Hands reaching up with right hand. All right, we come through center for our second wide-legged forward fold. Bring those left toes into pigeon. Inhale, find some length. You can do this at your own pace. You can even do it a couple times. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. All right, if you want a different wide-legged forward fold than the first one, you can grab the big toes, you can grab the outside of the calves. Use your arm strength to get a little deeper. If your head's really close to the floor, take your foot stance closer. If your head's really far from the floor, take a wider foot stance. Roll your belly button up and in. A nice release. And then we walk our hands back to the front of the mat, framing left foot, plant the hands firmly, and exhale, take through your chaturanga, moving out to the skin. Knee in, out. Ooh. Yeah, my back. Nice job. All right, inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, right side. So take your right knee to land behind the right wrist. And let this right shin come really far up the mat as much as it can. Drop your left leg. Inhale, find some length in the spine. We want to lengthen out this neck and shoulder area. And then exhale, gently lower down into your pigeon pose. All right, we'll be in pigeon pose for about 60 seconds, really opening this right glute. So try to surrender down onto your mat. Try and soften every little space of your body, not just the hip. To release, you get to release, you get to relax. Feel the support from the earth. Equal and opposite forces holding you back up. So surrender into the stretch. Let gravity do the work. right, we're gonna press the hands into the mat, lifting the chest, roll over onto your right hip, swing the left foot all the way around until it lands on the outside of the left knee. We'll take a stretch here, or spinal twist here. So keep the left knee pointing up, trying to ground down through both hips. Once you feel kind of even through both sit bones, inhale, reach the hands up, exhale, twist to the left. Let the arm hook on that left thigh wherever it can. Inhale, the crown to the sky. Exhale, chin to the left shoulder. And then come back to center. We'll move into firewalk pose. So we'll stack this left knee is going to come to drop over right ankle, and left ankle over right knee. So most people might start with this heel kind of tucked into the body, but we want to get this bottom heel out. We want to let the shins be parallel. And this might be your stretch today, just sitting on those hip bones straight up. If you feel ready, you can bow forward, feeling both hips open at the same time. Pretty intense. Full expression of pigeon. Keep your spine protected by using your core. So it's active in the sense that we're still nice and tight, in control of every movement. And then if your hands are down on the floor for this full expression, take them from one side to the other, getting a little more of a stretch. All right, lift up, release those legs. We're gonna make our way back to down dog to get to the other side. So however you need to get there, opening those hips, returning to down dog. Let the hips go high to the sky, send them back down, and now settle those heels. And then inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, left knee lands behind left wrist. Get that shin as parallel to the front of the mat as you can, and walk your right leg long. Same thing, inhale, find some length. Bring the ears out of the shoulders. And then exhale, release. Pigeon pose, left side. You can lower down to the forearms. You can have a block under the forearms. Notice where the sensation is. So not just in that left hip, but maybe in the shoulders, at the low back. Soften into it. All right, gently push yourself up, roll over onto your left hip and swing that right foot all the way around until it lands on the outside of the left knee. Right knee will stay pointed up. And then make sure those hip bones are kind of both on the mat. That's the hard part, at least for me. And then inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Exhale, take your twist to the right. Right hand lands behind you, left arm will hook onto that elbow or knee. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist. All right, we'll come back to center. Take that full expression of pigeon pose. This night, would you like this supine or figure four seated? That's an option if the knee and ankle stacking is not happening today. Because you're still getting that glute stretch anytime you have that knee and ankle connection, kind of like we did after tree pose today, getting into the glutes. So Moving into your fire log, your full expression of coaching. If you feel okay to bow forward, you can support yourself with those hands coming down to the mat. Slowly breathing into both hips at the same time. And if you want to walk the hands side to side, just see what other angles it gets into. Sometimes if we repeat a pose for so long, we forget that adding just a little bit of a change in angle can be a totally different stretch. All right, come through center, release those legs. Let's take a seated stretch real quick. Let's bring these legs out nice and wide. That should feel nice on your hips. Open them up, and then we'll get into the low back. So roll your inner thighs up and out. And then your heels are gonna lift, toes flex forward, and then back to the face a little bit. We'll take a TDQ stretch. So we'll start with the right side, take the forearm tap down to the floor, and then swing it over to the right shin. The chest opens to the right, inhale, left hand reaches up and over. Try to grab your toes, so you're opening that ribcage so much, that low back on the left side, the inside of the legs still feeling it. Last exhale, get a little deeper. And then come through center, take it over to the left. Let the left arm come over to left shin. Let the chest go parallel to the wall, and then inhale, right hand up and over. Slowly moving into it, reaching those hands towards the toes, 1 millimeter at a time. Breathe into that low back. All right, come through center, cross those legs, roll over the knees. We'll meet back and down, dog. Lift those hips high to the sky, send them back and let the heels settle to the earth. One more flow before we really settle down. Inhale, let right leg high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, will come up high, lunge, sweep those hands forward. Deep bend in that front knee, nice job. Exhale, prayer hands twist to the right. Let the left elbow and right knee meet. You press into the palms as you're pulling your belly button back to the spine. All right, revolved half moon this time. We've been in half moon before, but now revolved half moon. Left hand drops in front of right toes. Right hand reaches to the sky. Left heel kicks to the back of your mat. Pull your belly up and in, maybe coming onto the fingertips of the left hand. And then we drop the foot, setting in for a revolved triangle. So now the left hand comes into the right toes. Right hand stays up to the sky. We're in revolved triangle. So that left hand might be on the inside of the right foot, the outside. It might be on a block to support you. And then release through center, coming to pyramid pose. So the hands come back to center, the chest comes back to center. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, bow over your right leg. Heel to heel alignment here, back toes out at an angle. Pyramid pose, intense stretch on the back of your right leg. Let your forehead drop towards that shin. You can release the neck. Active core. All right, we're gonna come all the way to standing at the front of the mat. Let the left foot step forward and then just lifting the chest, coming to standing. We're gonna take one last balancing standing pose here. We're gonna come into dancer's pose. So grounding through left foot, we're gonna kick up that right foot into the right hand. So try to keep those hips square, try to keep that knee tucked in. When you're grounding through the left foot, only once you're nice and stable. Inhale, right hand up to the sky. Exhale, dancer's pose. Drop the left hand like you're trying to reach to shake somebody's hand. You kick so hard into your right hand that you can't fall. Keep kicking harder, reaching, and strengthening that low back. Keep kicking. All right, nice job. Moving mountain pose. Hands down by the side. Our last little vinyasa here. Inhale, reach those hands high to the sky. Exhale, hinge up the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Same exhale takes you to chaturanga or all the way to your belly. Inhale your cobra or up dog, thighs off the mat, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, high lunge. Sweep those hands forward, deep bend in the front knee. Last little working couple minutes here, so stay with it. Exhale, prayer hands, twist to the left. Press that right elbow into the left knee. Press the palms together, create more twist. It will help you get into the next pose. Revolved half moon, let right heel lift, and right hand drops to the floor in front of your left toes. Try to come up onto those fingertips or maybe use a block to help keep the chest lifted. Left hand stays lifted in the air. From this pose, your left hand doesn't move. You bring your right hand into left foot, drop the back foot, revolve triangle. Nice job. Try to land heel to heel alignment, back toes out at an angle. Left hand stays where it was. And then we release through center, setting up for a pyramid. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, release. Let the chest and the forehead drop over the left leg. Big stretch on the back of the left leg. Release your head here. Pull your belly button up and in. You're still very active. All right, step your right foot to meet the left, and inhale, we come to standing. Exhale, hands down by the side. Coming into dancer's pose. Very last working pose, and we'll get on our backs. So ground through the right foot. Kick up and grab your left foot with the left hand. So this is the first step. You have to feel stable here. Don't force it, only when you're ready. Inhale, right hand up to the sky, yes. So we're working this low part on the back here. You're gonna try and arch that so much. Exhale, drop down. Kick into the hand, arch your spine, reach the right hand forward, ground the right foot, keep kicking. Kick a little harder, use your drissy. Arch that spine, and release, nice job. Mountain pose, last time. Inhale, reach those hands overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, shine that heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands and lower down all the way to your belly. We'll stick left arm out first, perpendicular to your mat, and begin to roll over that left shoulder. Using that right hand to guide you. And then maybe you take that top leg, the right leg, bend the knee, press the foot into the mat, letting the weight of that hip kind of stay over to the right. Adds a little bit of a spine twist to the shoulder stretch. Feel it going all the way into that heart space, opening the front of your chest. Last exhale. And then you slowly release back to center. Find a neutral spine before going over to the other side. So take a second to reset. And then right arm sticks out to the right. And you roll over. So trying to get the left hip to stack on top of the right hip. Opening through the front of the right arm. Maybe you feel it a little bit in the bicep. Release back to center, and then we'll meet on our backs. Roll over. You can turn and face the front of the room if you want. Of course, it really doesn't matter. We'll get up at the end. Face the front of the room. So when you get onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Wrap the forearms around the shins. Give yourself a little hug. Rocking side to side. Release that low back. And then happy baby. Grab the outsides of both feet this time. We started with that half happy baby, so how are your hips feeling now? Are you able to pull the knees closer to the mat? Tuck your chin down towards the chest. You want to be super long in the back of your spine. And then if you like that low back release, you can continue rocking side to side. All right, bring the knees into the chest, and then we'll drop them over to the right. Supine twist on each side. So let the hips stack right on top of each other. So the knees dropped over to the right. You might want to lift the hips, move them back towards the center of the mat. Left hip stacks on top of right. Right hand can rest on left knee to keep it from lifting. Cactus the left arm, gaze goes left. Try to keep the shoulder blades on the mat. This is our last final release. We're wringing out the spine here. It's nice and warm up for us. Our last twist. Gently come back to center. Find that neutral spine, bring the knees back into the chest, and then let them drop over to the left. Once my knees get about almost all the way down, I press my feet into the mat, lift the hips back towards the center. You want to do that so that the right hip can stack directly on top of the left. That's how we're going to get the most out of this stretch. Cactus that right arm, let the gaze go to the right. And feel the stretch from your tailbone all the way up through the neck. Surrendering into the pose and onto the mat. Again, letting gravity do the work. We'll come back to center, and at this time, take any last movements whatsoever that your body is calling for. Any last stretches, any last anything. Just listen to your body. Don't even have to think about it. Beautiful restorative bridge. You can place that block under your hips for restorative bridge, since we all have a block. It's a nice little low back release. Yeah. At home, you can place that pillow under your ball, under your hip. Taking this time before we meet in Shavasana, still like 30 more seconds. Just get any last movements out. We want to try to let the body be non-reactive in Shavasana. We want to be the observer so much that the body has no reactions to anything that it hears or the thought that it has. We prepared our body for this. And we're going to dedicate the next few minutes to ourselves and ourselves only. Finding your final posture of class, Shavasana. You're always welcome to keep that block where it is, otherwise let the legs go long. Hands down by the side to receive. Welcome to Shavasana. That movement into the body, that moving the fingers and hands. You can rock your head side to side. When it feels right, lift your hands overhead like as if you're stretching the day long body stretch. And then use this to roll over onto your favorite side, palm as a pillow. And in this space, returning to the practice of Kriya Yoga. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Facing in front of the ground, hands resting on the knees, rounding through the sit bones. Next inhale, sweep the hands overhead. And exhale, bring the thumbs down to your third eye center. Thank you for joining me on this Monday afternoon. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.